So you heard of the movie Ratatouille? Well, over here we've made Ratatouille. We're gonna feed some of the snakes today, and I'm really stoked because we're gonna start off with feeding the field ice. The first time I've ever filmed them, so let's get into this. This is the girl over here. I've given them just over a week to like calm down and get chilled. A week and a half or so since I've received these beautiful animals, and I haven't touched her since. I've taken him out to change his water, but she hasn't been handled since then. Let's get a nice juicy rat. Let's put our hands in here. Guys, you gotta use gloves when you're working with these snakes because you can get salmonella from the rats. What am I saying? Use gloves when you're working with the rats, not the snakes. You can also do that to the snakes, but here. Okay, get a nice up close shot. Look at this. This is so cool. Hey, what a perfect shot. Okay, let's move on to the boy. I'll leave that enclosure open, but come check here. He's doing something really interesting. He's almost head wobbling like this. I really want to get on camera him caudal luring. So let's see if we can make his tail wiggle like a worm. But he already knows he's going to be fed. Check out that. As soon as I move, that alert response, head movement to like try and locate the rat. Will he caudal lure? Come on, dude, we want to get your tail. He's watching it. He's like, I don't need to work extra for this. I know you're going to give it to me. And whoa! There we go. Wow! Check at that. Get a nice up close shot of his head there. Look at that guy eat. How stunning is that? And check, the female's already starting to swallow. Okay, lights have gone off. Just getting some behind the scenes footage with my phone for Instagram. You know the gram? Link down below. It's Bryce Broom on screen now. Such incredible, insane snakes. I've got to feed a lot of snakes today, but we're going to show you some of the main ones that are pretty interesting. Okay, let's feed her. She's always a fun girl to feed. This is Stripe, the first baby snake I ever hatched out in 2013. So she's just about 8 years old now. In December she'll be 8. Okay, come on, nice warmed up. Come on, girl. Well, she was a boy, but now she's a girl. What was that? Like, okay, there, we'll give it to you. Oh, so nice, so kind. I'm sorry, did you get a bit butthurt there? Now for cobras, some big cobras. I'm switching out to these tongs because I'm not getting close. He's in the hide box at the moment. Let's see if we can get his attention. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Little bit of a quarantine setup we have going on here. Nice and simple, keeping the snake all nice and happy. Okay, I guess he's not going to come out, so I'll leave the rat there. And you gotta come back for the actual video where I reveal him because he's not wanting to show himself on camera. But let's go get the girl now. Oh heck!
What?
This glass just popped out. Okay, so the joys of building your own enclosures. I just was a little bit rough there. I've got to put it back in. Okay, so be prepared for snake shooting out part 1. Sticking your hands in a cobra enclosure, that's the way to do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Nice and safe. So none of these cobras want to eat on camera. Strange. It's because they're hiding and they don't know me, Bryce, yet. But they'll soon learn. And you gotta come back for the Cobra reveal video because these snakes are insane. Or go to Patreon because I've already posted them over there. Where did I put the lock? You gotta lock these enclosures. I'm losing my mind! Here it is. Rewind time. No, let's get the wrinkles out of their brumation enclosure and set these up. Get them all ready because I've taken out all the heating elements and that. So let's replace the halogen heat bulb and then take the plants out of this enclosure because I kind of just put them there just so that they can grow, and I need to find a different spot for them because the wrinkles will destroy them. So that's where the boy goes, that's where the girl goes. After a few months of not being able to see Beth, look at her! She's stunning. She got down like to freezing temperatures. Not actually freezing, but yeah, we're gonna try breed her. So she needs to go back into her enclosure to warm up now. I'm sure she's so excited and so stoked because she's like, oh, finally a warm cage and back to my normal digs. Oh, I love this species to bits, honestly, especially her. She's fantastic. So this is the cute little boy. I shouldn't say little because he's fairly large for a Rumkels. We're just checking them out a little bit to see how they're doing after having a nice long hiatus. Winter, that is. But now you can go back to your enclosure, boy. Are you trying to... Hello. No, don't spit at me. Okay, I'm not going to move. He actually does spit from time to time. Come inside your enclosure, boy. What a cool snake, eh? Look at this stunning little girl. This is a corn snake that was recently given to me by someone who could no longer care for her. She's a stunning little girl. She's going into the blue now, but I want to pair her up with my male, Chimango, which basically means corn in Chichewa, which is a language found in Malawi, which is in Africa, obviously. So let's put them together and see what happens. Obviously she's gone through quarantine because I don't exactly trust everybody, so I got to quarantine the animals. As for the venomous snakes, most of them I get from people I really trust and I know their collection, so I know I'm not going to bring anything in. But quarantine is very important, and I'm not allowed to quarantine outside of the snake room for venomous animals, obviously, because it's a nice snake-proof room. But as for the non-venomous, we can quarantine them properly. And I don't know where this girl comes from exactly, don't know her background or history, so it's important to quarantine. Let's add her and see what happens. Now I do feel like my boy is going to be on the other end, so let's add her on this end. She doesn't have a name yet, but we can work on that. There's a lot of new snakes that need to be named, so we'll see what happens. Go girly, enjoy the enclosure. It's much bigger than the one she was in, so she should find it enjoyable. And there's some live plants. I mean, the other ones were destroyed, so I added these nice bromeliad. Okay, so we gently got to add this female puff adder into the male's enclosure over here because we're trying out something a little bit different. As you know, generally you add the males to the female's enclosure, but there's something different I'm busy testing with these particular animals right over here. And there's apparently like only 13 days or so, from what I've heard from other people who have bred puff adders before. There's like a 13-day chance to get them to breed, and that's basically it. So the male has started becoming very active right now, which means he's in that like 13-day period, so hopefully they breed. But we put the male and the female together, hopefully they'll make some babies. The reason for putting the female in the male's enclosure is generally like females tend to try eat the male, and if you move her out of her comfort zone into the male's environment, it's generally safer, and then the male doesn't get stressed around cruising around all the time, and he knows his enclosure and he'll find the girl because he doesn't really care about hurting the other snake. He wants to breed with her, so it doesn't really matter. Not that puff adders tend to eat other snakes from what we know about them, but it is a possibility because I know other snakes are afraid of them, like herald snakes.